Welcome to Keep What You Earn, your judgment and jargon-free zone for entrepreneurs of all levels. Get ready to learn how to scale your business, save money in taxes, and create a business that grows your wealth. If it feels like the financial side of business is like eating your vegetables, well, then think of this podcast as the ranch dressing to make the process a little more enjoyable. My name is Shannon Weinstein. I'm a CPA and business owner on a mission to simplify money and empower others through knowledge. I hope this episode inspires you to take action, but remember that the information we share is for educational purposes only and is not individual tax advice. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start the show. I'm a firm believer that the most quality advice you get is based on the quality of the questions you ask. And there is no difference here between the questions you ask mentors, experts, consultants, advisors, and the questions you ask yourself. I think the questions you're asking yourself really are what unlock the next level growth for you and your business. And one of the things that I do as a fractional CFO is I challenge my clients with questions. I try to challenge them with, you know, questions that make them think differently, that make them take a different look at their problems, challenges, struggles, zoom out for a second and really understand what's going on in their business. And not just from a financial standpoint, but it may be from their mindset, or maybe it's their struggles with team or whatever it is that is holding them back from their next level growth. And what I wanted to do is share with you some of the key questions that I want you to ask yourself as a CEO of your own business. So if you're not driving or anything, I would encourage you take out a pen and paper, and if you're a journaler, you can journal on this. But I challenge you to reflect on these questions, perhaps press pause in between and talk to yourself. I'm a weirdo who will listen to these things in the car, listen to podcasts in the car and like pause and literally say out loud, maybe even into my voice notes, what I'm thinking and the ideas that are coming up for me. So if that's what you would like to do, just go grab what you need and let's dive in. So the first question I want you to ask yourself as the CEO of your own business is, are you still in tune with your why? What is your why? And here's the question, what was your why? And is it the same? And if it's not, that's okay. It's more than okay. If it's not, that's kind of the point. It's an evolution. The why behind what you do will evolve. But if you're still running your business to serve a past why or someone else's why, then you got to be aware of that. And there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to be aware of it. And if that's the direction you want to head in. So I challenge you to unpack, am I still living in my why? And it doesn't mean that you have to spend every day doing only actions that contribute toward this why. But as a general trend, are you moving in the direction of it? Or are you taking a lot of detours? Are you getting distracted? Are you looking side to side on the road at the other cars and not paying attention to where you're going? Right? How are you going to channel that, ignore these different blind spots, and just have tunnel vision toward your goals? So, are you still in touch with your why? And the follow up question to that is, and are you taking action that aligns with your why? Right? So if your why is, I want to build a business that enables me to take care of my children, to raise a family without any guilt or without any, interruption. I want to be able to live on my terms, on my schedule based on the freedom I want to have for my calendar, which is totally fine. This is a very common goal. Then I would ask myself, am I building out a calendar? Am I building out my life with my business working around my life and not the other way around? Am I building my life first? Am I putting things on the calendar first that relate to those things, my health, my family, my wellness, my mental health? Am I prioritizing those things? Or am I hustling and hustling and hustling and losing sight of the whole purpose I'm doing it in the first place? And that's a really hard thing to grapple with if you are getting lost in the hustle. And this is really common. I've been through this myself where I'm like, what am I doing this for? The whole point was to spend less time. How can I slow down? How can I pace myself? How can I refocus my energy toward the things that matter and not the distractions? So, first question, are you still in tune with your why? And then why or why not? What's happening? What actions have to happen to get back on track? Number two, have I created the right incentives for my customers and my team. This is a little bit more tactical. I want you to remember that you have crucial team members. So I want you to think of right now a person that's on your team that you're like, I could literally never do business without this person. This person is the linchpin. This person is the thing holding it all together, the glue, the most essential piece of the puzzle. And if that person were to leave, I would be heartbroken and I would consider closing the business. Like you would seriously contemplate closing the business if this person left. Now, whether that's healthy or not, you be the judge. But I felt this way before where I'm like, oh my God, if this person left, I don't know what I would do. Right. And then think about that person for a sec. And now what I want you to do is go, have you created the proper incentives that align with their goals? Are you in tune with their goals? Are you in tune with what they're trying to accomplish? And have you given them the incentives to strive for that? So if it's an employee, which is the most obvious example, right? How are you incentivizing them? Are you paying them fairly? Have you given them a raise lately? Have you told them how much you care about their work? Have you shown appreciation for them? Have you, voluntarily raised their pay? Because it's something you might want to consider. You might want to consider, hey, I noticed you've been doing an exceptional job lately. I really want you to feel like you're a part of this company. I'd like to offer you either additional pay, maybe it's stock options, ESOP, whatever, right? Talk to your financial advisor on what you can feasibly do, but also get in touch with what their goals are, right? Maybe it's more time, maybe it's vacation time, maybe it's something else. It's a benefit of sorts that you can offer them if they're an employee. If they're a contractor, find a way to, give them favorable terms in the contract, whether that be financial or not. Find a way to reward them and give them the incentives to stick around. Not that they should need it because you should be an amazing leader. However, if you can show appreciation and that you're willing to take the initiative to tell them how much you care and to show that in a more tangible way other than an attaboy and a pat on the back, I think you're really going to set yourself apart as a leader and an employer. And the same thing with your customers. So, how are you in tune with your customers' goals, what they're trying to accomplish, and how are you truly serving them and serving their purpose? Are you also creating incentives for your customers to do what you want them to do, whether that be respond to you quickly, send you testimonials, refer other clients to you? Are you giving them clear instructions on what success looks like to you in terms of your relationship? So that's a kind of a big question to unpack is are you in tune with the goals of your employees and your customers? And are you giving them the right incentives? So think about that. And then finally, as a CEO of your business, how can you embody the future of the company today? So, what decisions, what behaviors, what attitudes can you embrace today that will serve the future of the company? So, jot down a few, maybe it's a few descriptors or words that describe, hey, this is the type of company I want to run, or this is how I want people to describe my brand in the future. However, that kind of sets up for you. Think about the brand you want to have, the image you want to have, the recognition you want to have. What do you want people to associate with you? Right. And then go, what am I doing today that makes people do this? Right. So if you want to be known as, like, let's say, for example, I'll use my own company and say, I want to be known in the future of my company. I want to be known as, like top tier customer service. I want people to see my customer service as exceptional, extraordinary, white glove, first class, all of that stuff. Right. So then that begs the question, okay, Shan, what are you doing today to create that? What are you doing today to make your clients feel like that? What are you doing today to create that feeling in your clients that they are so cared for that they can't wait to send clients your way or tell their friends about you, right? What are you doing right now that will evoke that? Or if you're actually going, I'm not doing anything right now to do that, what can you do? What small thing could you add in? What small thing could you start doing? What habit could you start taking on? What little thing could you throw in your calendar that would actually contribute to that happening? Because I think you'll get to the future of what you want a lot faster when you can articulate the small steps it will take to contribute toward that goal. So if you want to be known for something, if you want a certain brand, a certain, you know, feeling coming out of your services, one way to do that is ask yourself, what can I do today that will get me closer to people recognizing or associating me with that type of thing in the future. So these are questions I think as a CEO of your business, you should be asking yourself regularly, frequently, periodically, whatever. You should be definitely journaling on this, jotting it down, thinking about it, reflecting on it frequently because you want to make sure you're still in tune with your why. You're still calibrated toward your goal because it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to get caught up in how busy you are that you forget how hard your employees are working and how to serve your clients better. And you can forget that you are moving towards a future in your company and there are things you're doing today that will contribute to the state in the future. So, as a CEO of your business, it ain't an easy job, but there are ways that you can break it down and set yourself up for success in the future. Hey there, are you looking for more tax and accounting help for your small business, but tired of the confusing jargon or feeling judged for your questions? This is exactly why we created a completely free Keep What You Earn community centered around this podcast. This community is a space to ask questions, hop on our monthly connection calls, and explore more information about our episodes and our guests. Click on the link in the show notes to join us in this month's call to chat with me and our other guest experts. See you there. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and review on your podcast platform. This small action goes a long way for podcasters to get our message heard by more business owners just like you. Be sure to check out the show notes for links to information about our guests and ways to get in touch with me. We'll see you on the next episode.